The relaxation of the mid-season break gives way to the intensity, renewed once more, here at the Momotorway. Welcome everyone to the home of dumplings. Well, and of course, Team Momo, as we're here in Ohm. I'm Greg Woods, welcoming you to a track that is famous for its speeds and what has tended to be quite entertaining races over the first 2 seasons of MARBULA 1. There are our competitors, who the teams have chosen, all on a similar level of restedness coming off of that break. Some will have been pulling double duty compared to the last round, but it won't matter too much after that long of time off. It wasn't all relaxation for these teams, however. They are ready to go in the land of sand and surf and good food as well. The track, relatively unchanged from the past. Just a drop added in place of a speed boost. Prim has been on pole before back in Season 1, lost the lead at the start, and did the same thing in Q2 for this race. Well, will Prim make the same mistake over Cosmo, Clementon, and Shimmer, who make out the first 2 rows? We're about to find out. The lights are on. And we're rolling, and it's a great start for Prim. Covers off the rest of the field with Cosmo. It was a great start by Cerulean, who got by Dash. Oh, and there's Yellow Eye getting up into 4th spot as we see Cosmo go to the inside. Makes a good run off the turn, but Prim has it covered through the drop for the first time. What does that do to the field? Well, Yellow Eye gets up in the 3rd spot and is trying to make a move up there into 2nd for 1st. Through the first with the double right-handers. A loss of speed for Prim coming out of the first one, and Yellow Eye has the lead. The Marble that ran the race well last year loses that P1 spot coming off of the ramp to begin the 2nd lap. Slow down through the 1st sector. Opting for the inside this time is Prim, and that's a good run by Dash to get up into 2nd place. Hits the attenuator and loses all speed, however, and Yellow Eye and Cerulean are passed, and they're nose astern with Prim as they come down the old pit straight. Yellow Eye in the draft. They all bump off of the curbs. Yellow Eye, a cheeky move to get into 1st spot. And Shimmer from the Shining Swarm sets fastest lap. Prim has fallen back to 3rd. Now, this was the normal starting position, basically, for Prim in the last time that Prim was on pole, and also in the start of Q2 for earlier this weekend. Can Prim recover, however? Dash is running a strong race up at the front through this lap, however. And Yellow Eye close behind, perhaps just saving a bit of speed, knowing that Prim is falling backward, not going to be a challenge as much. Shimmer in 3rd, Dash coming off the belt with Yellow Eye, and then a big gap back to 3rd spot. Mallard has gotten up into 4th. Green Ducks have run well here in the past, even if it's only temporarily in those races. Sometimes they do have good finishes, however. Shimmer now with Wispy close behind, and look at this gap that Dash has. Nearly a full straight clear of Yellow Eye. We're not used to that. And Dash, in doing so, sets fastest lap, 24.340. That's a good time from what we've seen compared to the qualifiers. Looking a little farther down the order, past Yellow Eye, it's Cerulean, Wispy, Mallard, Cosmo, Prim now back into 8th spot, Iceberg, the home favorite Mimo in 10th, as I say that, 11th, falling behind Bolt. Then Clementon, Yellow, Swax, Iceberg had a big precipitous drop there. Minty Flav, Bonbon, Rapidly, Pinky Toe, Hazy, and Clutter. The lead in the meantime has come down. It is a 2nd and change for Dash, but this time it's over Shimmer, Yellow Eye, Cerulean, Cosmo, and Wispy. Prim gets a spot back up into 7th spot. The lead about 10 lengths for Dash, opting for the outside line there. Yellow Eye goes to the inside. That was a nice little move there. Was that Prim, I think, getting by? Well, maybe didn't gain too many more spots taking that inside line compared to the outside. On to the front stretch. The top 2, a bit more separation to Yellow Eye than we had before, but the lead up top has come down. In fact, it's been halved down to 0.57 seconds, and we missed it. I think Shimmer got the lead coming off the belt. Shimmer has it and is descending through the 1st sector. There you see, onto the backstretch. Ooh, a bump for the attenuator, and that is an opportunistic move by Dash to get by. You have to stay focused at the Momotorway. Hopefully these marbles have watched past races to learn that is absolutely the case. Ooh, to the inside. That was a jolt on that inside curb. And Dash and Shimmer stay that way as they come up the conveyor belt. Midway through this race, contact in these winding sets of corners. Both of them going to the inside. I think Shimmer was waiting to see if Dash was going to switch and go outside before committing to that turn. Yellow Eye, in the meantime, holds third spot over Cosmo, although those two are very close together, and Cosmo gets by into the far hairpin. Will Yellow Eye try to make it back by? Not this time. And the lead, 0.3 of a second. Dash over Shimmer. The Turtle Sliders are looking for some success here. This is a good battle developing, though, between several marbles that are all very close together. I don't want to say in the midfield, but look at this. Shimmer to the outside. Cosmo is also there. Dash gets trapped and loses the lead. Shimmer gets by, as does Cosmo into that far hairpin. Weaving back and forth there, Hazy eyeing up Mallard. Those two have a bit of contact in the braking zone, and that sends the former backwards. Shimmer, Cosmo, Dash, and Yellow Eye, you see, working their way through this first sector. Ooh, Wispy and Yellow were very close. Yellow, of course, has done very well here in the past, winning last season. Will it be a repeat this time? Still a few laps for Yellow to get up there, but it's Yellow and Yellow Eye who are now next to each other on track. Shimmer's lead has grown over Cosmo. Dash also sees Yellow Eye closing up. Those two have a bit of contact as they come up the belt. The top four staying lockstep. Taking a bit more curb was Yellow Eye. That's a daring move. It can be risk-reward at this track. Oh, and they've all come together from second back through fourth. They all opt for the inside line there. Through the drop. What used to be the speed boost. Slightly different lines through that hairpin. Trying to manage speed off the exit was Cosmo, hoping to lay down a good defense against Yellow Eye, and does through the end of the lap at least. Where is the hopes of the home crowd? Mimo, 7th place right now. Just a brief glance right there. A late decision by Dash, once again, to go to the inside here, now to the outside. Cosmo follows, but I don't think that was the faster way around. Yellow Eye is ever so tantalizingly close to getting back up to second spot. But it just keeps falling away, and Cosmo making some mistakes. Yellow in 5th, Mimo now up to 6th, Mallard, Wispy, Rapidly Clementon, Hazy Cerulean, Swax Iceberg, Prim, our pole sitter, Clutter, Bolt, Bonbon, Pinky Toe, and Minty Flave. Just a couple of laps remaining. That was a hard impact by Cosmo. That's going to cost that marble third spot. Tries to have a comeback, but doesn't make it stick that time. This lead is coming down. Dash from the Turtle Sliders is finding some recomposition, and they're going to be side by side as they exit the belt. Who gets the better jump? And it is Dash. Yellow Eye also wants to pounce and get by what is a struggling Shimmer through the first sector. Yellow Eye goes to the inside. Has second place for now, but what will exit speed do? Good job covering the inside. This lets Dash get off into the distance with a bit bigger a lead, coming through the old pit straight. And now around the turn to begin the final lap. Dash for the Turtle Sliders, whose previous best finish was 4th back at Tumult Turnpike, but has finishes of 20th and 10th since then. It isn't a done deal, though. Yellow Eye battling with Shimmer. Can Yellow Eye mount the comeback? Around the hairpin onto the backstretch. Dash through the drop. The Turtle Sliders have needed a great result, and this may be the marble to give it to them, and what a track to do it at the Momotorway. It's Dash who wins the race. Yellow Eye comes second, Shimmer third, and a big cheer for a top 10 finish in Mimo, who gets 8th. Mimo's best finish had been 5th, did an 8th back at Sleet Street, but was 12th at Mellow Meadows, and that was a good finish, but what a great weekend for the Turtle Sliders. First Grand Prix win in MARBULA 1, and fastest lap as well. Back on lap 4, that 24.230, good enough for a point. Also shout out to last year's race winner, Yellow Eye, finishing in 2nd place, and Shimmer, given the best result of the year for the Shining Swarm, in 3rd. And look at Dash here. Getting up to the top spot, immediately putting in a fastest lap, fell down for a little while, but some great moves to get back up there. This was early on. Prim did not have a wonderful race at all, but that was a decisive move going to the inside, keeping the speed up, going to the inside at the split, and through the drop. I would say Turtle Sliders actually managed most parts of that racetrack pretty well. And congratulations to them. Looking at the racers' standings, Clutter has regained the lead from Red Eye, despite this being Clutter's track. Only 1 point ahead. Also, Red Eye has one fewer race than what Clutter has run, so we'll have to see what Crazy Cat's Eyes can do in the remaining rounds now that we are after the break. You do see down below some marbles that cannot win the championship. They are the first to be eliminated. As we look at the overall standings, Crazy Cat's Eyes do extend the lead over the Orangers. No movement in any of the top 6, but that one victory for the Turtle Sliders vaults them 10 up into 7th. And oh, Pinky's just 8 points dead last and losing ground quickly. That is not ideal. Well, with several rounds still to go, there is a lot to play for, even though some marbles have been eliminated from the championship position. How is yours doing? Subscribe and stay tuned to find out how the rest of this 3rd season of MARBULA 1 will play out. From Ohm and the Momotorway, I thank you for watching, everybody. So long.